Want to hear a magical story? You're in the right place! Welcome to Story Kids. This is the place where stories come alive, full of fun, friends, and imagination. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next big adventure.
Once upon a time, in a sea filled with wonders, there was a fish who lived among the coral reefs. This fish was known for its stunning scales, which shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Its fins were like silk, flowing behind it as it swam through the water with an effortless grace. So he decided to approach the fish and have a chat. "My dear fish," the turtle began, his voice raspy with age, "I've noticed that you are always willing to help others, but in doing so, you often forget about yourself. You must also think about your own needs and well-being." As days turned into weeks, the fish started to pay attention to how it felt after giving away its knowledge, food, or protection. At first, it was a great feeling, a warm glow inside that told the fish it had done well. But then it started to feel a little tired, a little less vibrant. Still, the fish continued on, thinking it was just being a good and helpful creature. It bowed its head respectfully. "Thank you, wise fish. I will keep your words in my heart." As the young fish swam away, the wise fish felt a sense of satisfaction. Not only had it helped another sea creature, but it had also passed on the wisdom it had gained over the years. The fish paused in its busy work of rearranging some pebbles for a small fish. He, too, felt a sense of contentment. It continued to help others while taking care of itself, finding a balance that allowed it to thrive and make a positive impact on the world around it. The other sea creatures marveled at the fish, understanding that true strength came not from giving everything, but from finding balance in the art of giving and receiving. Now tell me, what do you think the fish would have been like if it hadn't listened to the wise old turtle? What would have happened to it? And do you know someone who might benefit from the fish's lesson? What would you tell them about the importance of balance in helping others? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, give this video a thumbs up. He had helped the fish find balance, and now the fish was helping others find balance. By helping others too much without taking care of ourselves, we become like the fish who had beautiful scales and fins, but who was miserable because it had given away too much of itself. We need to find a balance between helping others and taking care of ourselves. Like the fish learned, we can still be generous and kind without giving away everything. And when we find that balance, we become stronger and happier. The circle of giving and receiving continued, ensuring that the wisdom of the sea would be passed down for generations. The octopus was sly, changing colors and shapes to confuse the fish. It still shared its knowledge, food, and protection, but only when it could afford to. It learned that by taking care of itself, it could take better care of others. The news of the clever fish spread throughout the sea, and soon all the sea creatures knew to respect the fish's decision to prioritize its own well-being. Normally, the fish would have been happy to share its food, but this time it remembered the turtle's words. So it stayed firm, refusing to give away something it had worked so hard to get. The octopus, surprised by the fish's change of heart, ended up getting nothing and left angrily. "But the joy I find in helping others is my life's purpose, wise turtle," the fish replied. "Besides, What's the point of having all these wonderful things if I can't share them? One day, a young, inexperienced fish approached the now famous fish and asked for advice. "Oh, wise fish," the young fish exclaimed, "I want to be like you when I grow up. Not only are you beautiful and strong, but you're also kind and respected by all." The fish smiled warmly at the young one. "It's not as difficult as you think, little one. Just remember what I've learned over the years." The young fish tilted its head in confusion. "What do you mean, wise fish? I want to be like you, but I don't know where to start." The fish knew exactly what to say. "Ah, it's simple. Be kind, but don't give too much of yourself. Be helpful, but don't go out of your way. Be strong, but don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. And most importantly, take care of yourself because that's the only way you can truly take care of others." But what truly set this fish apart was its heart. It was the most generous fish in the entire sea. "You misunderstand, my child. It's not about hoarding your gifts, but about balance. True fulfillment comes not from the act of giving, but from the balance between giving and receiving." The fish looked at the turtle, confused. "What do you mean?" Every day, the fish would give away its hard-earned food to those in need. "Imagine a cup, my child. When it's completely empty, it holds no value. But when it's completely full, it can't hold any more. It's at that sweet spot in between, when the cup is neither empty nor full, that it becomes truly valuable. The same is true for you, my dear fish. When you give too much, you become empty and depleted. And when you receive too much, you become burdened and unable to help anyone. It's in that sweet spot in between where you are the most effective in your acts of kindness." It would share its knowledge with young, inexperienced fish, and it would even let other fish swim inside its protective bubble, shielding them from harm. However, while the fish's actions were admirable, many of the other sea creatures couldn't understand why it gave so much. They believed that the fish should take more time to care for itself because no one else would do it. One day, a wise old turtle noticed the fish's habit of giving too much of itself to others. The turtle shook his head slowly. The turtle took a deep breath and began. The fish thought about the turtle's words. It had never considered that there might be a better way to help others. Then one day, the fish met a cunning octopus who tried to trick the fish out of its hard-earned food. From that day on, the fish became more selective in what it gave away. The fish wasn't just admired for its beauty and generosity anymore. It was now respected for its intelligence and resilience, too. The young fish pondered these words, committing them to memory. Now, the wise old turtle, who had given the fish this advice in the first place, was watching these two fish from afar. And so the fish who gave too much became known not only for its stunning beauty, but also for its wisdom and resilience. The moral of this story is that it's important to help others, but we also need to take care of ourselves. So remember, friends, when you're helping someone, also take some time to help yourself. You'll feel better in the end.
Thank you for watching, little dreamers. We hope you love the story as much as we loved sharing it with you. If you enjoyed the adventure, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a magical bedtime story. And leave a comment to tell us what your favorite part was. Sweet dreams, and we'll see you next time for another magical tale. Good night.